So what do you mean by pristine? So there's a whole complex soup of elements now, as opposed to just hydrogen, helium, and a little bit of lithium.
And that marked a really, really important transition in the universe, because after that first explosion, it was no longer chemically pristine. So after the Big Bang, just hydrogen and helium. We don't really need to talk too much about lithium because the amount was so small. And after these very first stars formed and exploded, the heavier elements like carbon, oxygen, magnesium, iron, all of that stuff was suddenly present in the gas clouds, in tiny amounts only, very tiny amounts. But that actually helped, especially the carbon and the oxygen, to make the gas cool. These atoms are more complicated than hydrogen. That's just a proton. And so it has cooling properties, can send out photons outside of the gas cloud. So the gas can cool. And when you have gas that gets colder and colder, you can make smaller and smaller stars. So you can fragment it and clump it and turn it into stars like the sun. And the cool thing about that is that when you have small stars like the sun, they have a really long lifetime. So those first low mass stars that formed back then are still observable today. That is actually what I do. I try to find these early survivors because they tell us what the gas looked like back then.